Protein. Protein 101. Why do we go on about protein all the time? Why do we preach that protein is so important? Why is it the most important macro? Why do I say I want you to hit your protein target, not exceed your calories, and carbs and fats are interchangeable? Because protein's fucking amazing. Okay, so protein is the macronutrient that will keep you fullest for longest. The more protein you eat, the fuller you will be. That is why I suggest having protein at breakfast, as a morning snack, and at lunch. Keeps you full throughout the entire day. If you are in a deficit, it is going to make you fuller than if I planned for you more carbs or more fats. The more protein you eat, the more full you'll be. And if that means you're eating less calories because you're in a deficit, you will feel fuller and you'll be able to sustain your deficit easier. It produces lean muscle mass. Protein builds muscle. If you are strength training, it helps you actually build muscle. Very, very important. It helps the repair process from your weight training. So when you're weight training, you rip your muscle fibers apart. Protein helps build them back up and creates lean muscle tissue. And the final one, protein digestion takes longer. It takes your body more effort to process protein and digest protein, which means your body burns more calories the more you eat. So not only does it keep you full and helps you build muscle, it also burns calories. Eating protein helps you lose more weight. Now, that sounds like a pretty fucking miracle to me. So, that is the one question I get all the time. How do I eat more protein? Anybody should be eating around 1.4 to 2.2 grams of protein times by your total body weight. So anywhere from like 100 grams to somebody who does a lot of weight training, 140, 150 grams, to some men eating around 170 grams. It's really, really dependent on you and your specific macro targets. But how do you get it in? The best place to look for you getting your protein targets is to track in your 3 main meals first. So track in your breakfast, your lunch, and your dinner as soon as you know what you're going to be eating. Then look at how close you are to your protein target. Your main 3 meals should make up the bulk of your protein target. If you're having proper adequate protein in these meals, you should be quite close to your target, anywhere between 20 to 30 grams off. If you're further away than that, you have to plan in more high protein snacks and dessert throughout your day than you normally would. You need to assess whether you've had enough protein in your main meals, that you don't need to get more protein out of your snacks throughout the day, or whether you do. If you do, that needs to be the main focus before you start adding in your soul foods like chocolate and things like that. They are left till the end once you've hit your protein target. You don't get to add in the fun stuff once you follow the protein target. So, how do we get it in? Protein in the morning. Yogurt, eggs, ham and eggs, bacon and eggs, protein powder in your oats, protein custard in your oats. Some people even eat meat for breakfast, but those are the crazy people. I personally get my protein in the morning from Chobani yogurt or YoPro. I know a lot of my squad get their protein in the morning from adding custard into their oats. A lot do from also bacon and eggs as well. Even if you aren't a big breakfast person, just having a couple of hard-boiled eggs and a protein shake through, like, even in the mid-morning. Then at lunchtime, you can be using wraps, you can be using tuna, you can be using eggs, you can be using, making a chili con carne, making Mexican beef, you can be making, roast chicken and salad. You can be buying a pre-made chicken noodle soup and then adding extra chicken. You can be buying a pre-made salad, adding extra chicken. You can be getting frozen meals that are high protein, like the core meals or the U-Foods meals. Anything like that to get protein in. And then at dinner, you need to make sure that you have a protein source. So are you getting your protein from meat? Are you getting it from eggs? Are you getting it from lentils and beans and potato? They all have protein in them too. We need to look at that as a whole. And then we need to decide, am I quite far away? If I'm quite far away from my target, then I need to put protein custard in for dessert, or I need to have a frozen yogurt for dessert, or I need to have a protein shake during the day. I need to have some more yogurt pouches during the day. I need to have a protein bar. I need to have some hard-boiled eggs prepped up. I need to have some tuna on a rice cake with cottage cheese. These are all protein sources that you can utilize throughout the day. Egg whites in your oats if you need to. There are so many. Nuts is another one. Peanut butter on celery as a snack will give you like 10 grams of protein. There are honestly so many ways to get protein in. And I personally eat 155 grams of protein a day. If you need help reaching your protein target, ask me to have a look at your diary and I can show you where you could add more into your day. Even if it's adding cheese on your veggies at nighttime, that will get you another 10 grams of protein in as well. It's just about thinking about your day and expanding on where you're having protein and where you're not having protein and adding it in. You don't have to just have a serving size of the protein that you're having. If you're low on your protein and you log in a serving size of protein custard, if that's not enough, have 10 grams more. If you only need 10 grams more of your protein target and your custard at nighttime is 30 gram serving, just have a 15-gram serving. Have that little bit just to get you to your target. You don't have to have a full serving. You can have more than that. You can have half of that. Now, you also don't have to supplement protein. If you're eating enough throughout the day from real food, do not think that you have to buy a protein shake or a protein custard. If you love yogurt, eggs, cottage cheese, tuna, meat, anything like that at all, you can definitely get enough protein into your day without buying supplements. It's just about being mindful of it. So, tracking your main meals as soon as you know what you're going to be having. This is where meal prep and eating similar foods every single day comes in handy. Then make sure you look at your target. How far away am I from my protein goal? If you're far away, your snacks and dessert for the day need to revolve around protein. Then you can add in the foods that you really, really enjoy and the treat foods, the 20% soul foods that I talk about. If you've smashed your protein target in your main meals, you get free reign once you've had your fruit and fiber on adding in those sweet treats for the day. But protein must be prioritized and it is the most important macro in terms of reaching your goal.